Hello. Okay, I'm gonna try something where I can walk you through the process, and I think this would be a bit more efficient and effective in our lessons. Okay, so looking at your assignment, it looks great. We're just gonna add a few tweaks if that's okay. And also, I'm trying this new format, which hopefully um, could be better, right? Or much more fun. Let's see. So there's a I you- I know you're using a three value method. Here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use if I may suggest, uh, a four value system. It's from an artist. Um, a few artists use this. So let's see, try it out if it works for you. Um, give it a try. You know. Okay, so we're gonna do. So first of all, we're gonna map our values. Our values would be right now. We're gonna do 100% black and then 0% black, which is white, right? And then we'll go 15, 85% black, right? And then 15% white, 15% black. Okay, 100, 85, 15, 0. Okay, so a much simpler value system. Okay, so let's get on it, get right on it. You were asking me about brushes. I know we'll get there, but for now, I think for this demo's sake, we'll just use the most basic brushes for now. Hard round pressure sensitive and a hard round solid brush. So we will start. Let me use another layer for that. I'm using Photoshop, by the way. Okay, I'm not sure what you're using, but I'm sure it's all whatever we're trying to learn here. It's all translatable. Okay, maybe. Okay, so we have our base value, and then we're gonna. Okay, let's use a different brush. Soft brush, pressure sensitive. Right. So we will choose our light source, slightly over the shoulder. So the highlight will be a bit on the front, right? So our material here will be slightly reflective, slightly shiny, right? The shape doesn't have to be perfect. You know, yeah, something like that. I think that's good. And our shadow will be halfway, slightly halfway. No, a bit lower. Okay, it's important that we follow the shape of the sphere, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. I think that's okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, something like that. So this would be our base value for the shadow, right? Cast shadow in form shadow. Okay. We'll render it all. Okay, zoom out. Somehow it kind of reads. Somehow you could tell it's a sphere. It's very important to squint or look at it from afar. There's also the navigator here, so you don't have to do that all the time. You can look at the navigator. If it looks good there, you're good to go. Okay, next value, our occlusion shadow. Occlusion shadow would be the part where the object touches the surface, right? Where no light reaches, right? Somehow that reads. Okay, so that's your 4-value system right there. Then, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take our 4-value system, yeah, and we're gonna merge them together. Let's hide all these things first. Yeah, solid brush just to cover everything. Solid brush. This is all white, right? Blur, blur it. Yeah. So somehow that is our spectrum, right? Our full spec. So now our 4 colors is now full spectrum, right? We're gonna do is just contain this, make sure everything is nice. Okay, so we're gonna follow that now. So this time using our hard round brush, we're gonna use the hard round brush. It's not, we're not gonna be scared of basic brushes, right? So I'm gonna go mid. So this is our base. This is our form shadow and cast shadow. We're gonna go a bit lighter in the middle of these two. And then we're gonna render our reflected light. Maybe that's too light. I'm gonna pick this color. And I think that's enough, right? And then it's halfway through the ball as well, right? And then same here as our shadow, going to the penumbra, we call it the penumbra, right? As the shadow recedes from afar, it gets lighter. I'm gonna control the pen pressure to slowly lighten the shadow. So we're somewhere, somewhat almost there, right? So here we start to using this. We're gonna go somewhere in the middle. Here again, slowly gradate mid-ground between them. And then since our highlight is slightly in the front, the edge gets a bit dark. So again, always keeping in mind following the shape of the sphere. We are rendering a 3D shape after all. So, it's one of the key parts here is getting a grasp of the 3D shape, right? So going slightly between these two, and then render our uh, form light, right? It's a form light, and the highlight here, the main highlight here, is because the surface, the quality of the surface is glossy. That's why there's a well-defined highlight there. So now we're here, right? We got all the values we need. We're gonna start using the smudge tool. No, the mixer brush. Here, still basic soft round mixer brush. The setting is 10% wet, 50% load. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick the color, and then just brush in between values to blend them together. Don't worry about the edges, we're gonna get there. The most important part here is get our shape right, get our values right, and meet our objective, which is to draw a sphere, a 3D sphere, right? So here also, smudge, blend them together. Blend the edges. You can pick the lighter color. Here you go. Okay, now I'm gonna add a white background and flatten our layers so we can merge it. We can blend it with the background as well. Okay, so yeah, we're almost there. What happened? Okay, maybe instead of erasing, what we're gonna do is we're gonna smudge. Because one of our objectives, after all, is to make our painting organic, painterly, right? It's not digital. But somehow you can see brush strokes. Okay, so it doesn't have to be need to be a perfect sphere. It's a suggestion of a sphere. Retouch the highlights, and that's it. Let me know what you think, and till the next video, thank you.